Two worlds, one goal. Meeting customer needs. At first glance, marketing to consumers, that's B2C, and marketing to businesses, that's B2B, might seem like two entirely different games. Different kinds of buyers, different timelines, even different language. And yes, all of that is true. But here's the thing, at the heart of both, the goal is exactly the same: solving problems and delivering value. What changes is the way you go about it. In B2C, you often tap into emotion, how the product makes someone feel, how it fits into their lifestyle. In B2B, you lean more on logic, on return on investment, on the impact it will have on operations. Still, whether you're talking to an individual shopper or a corporate procurement team, you need trust, relevance, and a deep understanding of your audience. Think of it less as two opposite worlds and more as two different settings, each with its own mindset and buying process. 2. Who you're selling to, individual versus organization. Now, let's talk about who you're actually selling to. In B2C, your buyer is usually one person. They're making decisions for themselves or their family, often quickly, sometimes emotionally, sometimes even out of habit. B2B is a different story. Here, you're selling to an organization, which means the decision-making isn't in one person's hands. You might need to convince procurement, finance, and the actual end users. The purchase is tied to business goals, budgets, and processes. For example, selling a 20,000 rupee phone to a consumer might be quicker than selling a 2 lakh rupees software license to a company, even though the phone costs far less. That's because the software deal might require multiple approvals, negotiations, and justifications. Understanding this difference in buyer context helps you shape your message, your choice of channel, and even the tone you use. 3. Purchase motivation. Emotional versus rational. Mostly. Now let's think about what drives people to buy. In B2C, emotion often plays the starring role: lifestyle, identity, convenience. Why do people choose Starbucks over a local cafe? It's not just the coffee. It's the brand, the vibe, maybe even that Instagram-worthy cup. B2B decisions tend to be more rational and ROI-driven. A company invests in accounting software or logistics services because they believe it will save time, cut costs, or fuel growth. But here's a detail many overlook. Emotion still matters in B2B. Trust, confidence, and perceived risk are huge. A procurement officer might stick with a vendor simply because they've never let us down. So yes, logic dominates B2B decisions, but never forget the human side. 4. Sales cycle. Quick decisions versus long journeys. In B2C, the decision process can be lightning fast. If you're marketing fashion or personal care products, your goal is often to spark quick action. A click, a purchase, right now. That means eye-catching campaigns, a seamless buying experience, and those little nudges that encourage impulse buys. B2B moves differently. The sales cycle can stretch over weeks, months, even a year. You might go through proposals, demos, pilot runs, and plenty of back and forth. Marketing here is about nurturing the lead, keeping the conversation alive, providing useful information, and steadily building confidence until the deal is signed. That's why B2B marketers often use content marketing, webinars, case studies, and regular email updates. It's less about quick wins and more about guiding the buyer through a long journey. 5. Messaging. Simplicity versus depth. B2C marketing thrives on short, memorable messages. Think of Nike's "Just Do It" or Coca-Cola's "Thanda Matlab Coca-Cola." Simple, emotional, and instantly clear. B2B buyers, on the other hand, often need more detail. They want to understand how your solution works, how it integrates with their existing systems, how long onboarding will take, and whether they'll get reliable post-sale support. So while B2C marketers focus on catchy taglines, B2B marketers produce explainer videos, webinars, white papers, and product comparison sheets. The aim? Educate the buyer without losing their attention. 6 channels where you show up matters. Different audiences spend time in different places. For B2C, the hotspots are Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, influencer collaborations, and e-commerce sites. The focus is on reach, visibility, and quick engagement. B2B audiences are more likely to be found on LinkedIn, in their email inboxes, at industry events, or reading trade publications. The focus here is on thought leadership and generating qualified leads. For example, Nykaa launches beauty products through influencer campaigns on Instagram. Joho, meanwhile, targets small and medium businesses through blogs, webinars, and software review platforms like G2. The key? Go where your audience is, not just where the latest trend happens to be. 7. Pricing and decision making. One-click versus committee. B2C pricing is typically fixed and transparent. A 499 rupee t-shirt is 499 rupees. Discounts are there to drive sales volume or trigger impulse buys. B2B pricing, on the other hand, is often customized, negotiated, and based on value delivered. The same software might cost 1 lakh rupees for one company and 10 lakhs rupees for another, depending on the number of users, features, and support packages. And when it comes to decision making, the contrast is sharp. A B2C buyer often decides alone. A B2B purchase might need approval from IT, legal, finance, and the people who will actually use the product. That's why B2B marketers create tools like ROI documents and product comparisons to help the buyer make their case internally. 8. Post-sale relationship, transactional versus ongoing. In B2C, the marketing effort often winds down after the sale, though smart brands work to bring customers back. Think of how Swiggy sends you coupons or how Spotify keeps you updated on new releases. In B2B, the sale is just the start. Long-term contracts, service agreements, and renewals depend on maintaining trust and delivering consistent value. Marketing teams here often collaborate with account managers and customer success teams to keep clients happy and open to upselling opportunities. 9 case examples, how it plays out. Let's ground this into real-life examples. In B2C, Boat Lifestyle markets its headphones and wearables with Instagram influencers, youth-focused messaging, and regular deals. The approach is fast, emotional, and direct-to-consumer. In B2B, Tally Solutions markets its ERP software through partner networks, demo sessions, and participation in business forums. The focus is on GST compliance, scalability, and usability. Utility is the star here, not emotion. 10. So, which one should you learn? Here's the encouraging part. Knowing both B2C and B2B marketing makes you stronger as a professional, no matter which space you work in. Each teaches you something valuable. B2C sharpens your storytelling skills, builds your empathy for customers, and trains you to think in terms of brand personality. B2B deepens your understanding of customer needs, relationship management, and consultative selling. And increasingly, the line between the two is blurring. B2B buyers expect more intuitive, user-friendly experiences, much like B2C customers. And B2C customers are becoming more research-driven, similar to B2B buyers. Whether you're selling software to a company or organic soap to an individual, the golden rule remains: know your audience, speak their language, and deliver value at every step.